Junior. I'm gonna have to warm up your coffee for you.
The heater is probably keeping
Well, the
it warm.
heater might be keeping it warm, but if it's not warm enough, I'll go warm it up. Or if it's not quite right. What about a few snacks too if you're hungry?
But you're in jail.
How is he tied up? Sort of. His leash is attached to a director's chair, which brings back a memory, huh, Greta? He
Yeah.
tied one of the dogs to a chair. With one
The
of
chairs don't always stay
Sarah
put.
Martin did. And didn't Juanita tried to come out to me. Well, I don't know if you were here that day. Juanita was a really great dog that he had. And I was only Greta. I was little at 6.
I mean, yes and no. I'm not saying you would have overly tight, but that doesn't mean there's some days maybe you can get used to it a little too much. But it's not, I don't think too tight. One of those things, like two big things on that, just constantly letting it go.
On my left hand, this
The other thing is how old is 25, 24,
3
right?
seconds of war.
Yeah, so if you was 5 or 6 and you're just starting with the double bridle, I'd be saying to myself, I have to be really aware of that. I have to make sure he doesn't become dependent on it. All of those basic things. At this stage of the game too, I'd be going, I wouldn't ignore that, but I'd be going, that's not something I'm going to tell myself about. Because I could spend, you might need a little bit of that help right now to really be as round to be as through as you need to be. It's not at this stage something where I'm going, oh, we're really going to retrain that feel. But like I said, I wouldn't ignore it. Keep working to let it go a little bit. Where you go, every time I go to shorten the rate, I'm just going to shorten the snap, I'm going to leave the curve a little bit loose. I'm going to make sure that as I'm going, I always check it cleaning out the ears too, that as you're going through a corner or on a circle or the bend will actually just go in and go, that's about a little bit of a loop to it. Right from the first ride, right? Yeah. Ride that jump quality in. And be thinking in the back of your mind, literally the canter rhythm, 3 beats, right? And it goes bump, bump. It has that accent beat on the 3rd beat of the stride, that inside front leg as it hits the ground. Kind of the expression beat. Bump, 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 right? So what you want to be thinking in the back of your mind, count it. So as you're cantering and you're saying, now I want a little bit more energy, or I want a little push through, I want more of something in the canter. I want you softer. I want you sitting more. I want you lighter, whatever it is. Taking in the back of your mind, what's the canter rhythm? And as I'm doing that, the canter rhythm has to improve and or at least stay the same. Like you got a strong half moment, it might not be improving right then, but the canter rhythm can't be less. So your thinking is, how halting is your driving? Count. Does my canter get more clear? Nice. More bounce. Or do I just sustain it, which is fine also for a moment, but under no circumstance am I allowed to lose it, right? So your half halt can't flatten the gate. This is great here. Yeah. Down his case. You got it. And Michael, you like have any brothers or sisters?
Hi.
Older, younger?
How are you?
Younger? Did you kind of give them a hard time every once in a while?
Oh,
Yeah,
is your card on there?
right?
Oh, good. I just forgot. We should put a note on the gate. I totally forgot. One of those details, I think, oh yeah, need to put the gate coda. Pull your chairs around the heaters here. Just grab any chairs you want, bring them in. That's Jeremy's chair, but you can bring anything else over. There's another one over here.
Tapping me all the time, right? So
And you'll be amazingly warm.
Work harder. And that's right. Good.
Are you Nancy? Hi, that's Galen. Hi, I'm Julie. Your ribbon's inside, so we'll get it before you go today. See on the windowsill, there's some Ziploc baggies there. One of those ribbons is yours.
Kind of swishing his tail like that. It's a little
That's from the Boulder Valley Dressage.
Watch the collection, that his stride doesn't get bigger and bigger. And I want you to just press it, and go, come on, jump higher, and higher, and higher. And I love the half that. Good. Right, jump afterwards. Don't forget. Nice. Good. Sitting back and sitting into your sacrum as I'm activating your hind legs. You keep your croup down. Watch the jump there, but I love the collection. Nice. Nice.
You can have both in the unit if you want. It's probably about perfect where you are.
Good, so sit down alongside when you're ready.
If you sit in close, you'll take your coat off.
No tipping down in front, and that's just that strong half ball. Keep out of your side legs, no loading your hand. If he does, come to walk. I love that challenge, nice. You can be thinking, it doesn't matter, shouldering punches in. You can be thinking a little bit of either one. With the canter, most of the time, we think a little bit of shoulder in. Just because they have the tendency already on their own to use the understand is a little bit of a resistance, right? A hiding punch. Just because the canter wants to be a little bit punched in, like that's plenty of angle, not too much. If you get a little too much, they start to go too sideways, which can actually disconnect the jump to the canter. That's better. Nice, ideal there. Good, so. But even if they're a little stiff to that haunch, you can live a little bit of a haunch into the camera on the long side. That's not the end of the world, as long as you're putting him in that position. But put him in a little bit of the position on a circle on the long side that he lives with that littlest bit of bend. Doesn't have to even always be noticeable, but that he lives with a little bit of the bend in him, so that you're always making it hard for him to load your hand evenly. Meaning if his body's totally straight, resting his hind legs to give you more output, you can just lean that right into the anchors. If you bend them a little bit, you make it harder for that to go direct into the veins. Nice. Scoop, scoop, jump, 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 jump. Down his pace. Very good. Very good. And be thinking, they like to trust that counter quality, the jump quality to be improving every lap round you're reading. For every short side you get to, or a long side you get to, if you make a change, put a challenge on a short side or on a long side, scuffle them a little here or there. Anything you do to him, the moment that pressure is released for the moment of the next few strides, that should feel better and better and better. Nice. Good. Don't forget if you need it to put the walk transition. If you don't need it, stay countering and just put your half ball in. No lower in the pole. Challenge idling and just cut a little flatter on the short side. That's it. That's good. Bounce, 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 bounce. Into the air. Nice. Super. Come across the next side. Keep that pressure on. Watch his pole that he doesn't tip it down. Keep his stride small and stay pestering him. On his case, from behind, then he jumps to do one flying change at the end. And what I want you to do is that flying change is all about
Oh, I'll just sit in here.
So that flying change should feel nice. That flying change should feel like the epitome of all jumping creation. Does that make sense? You just kind of spring loaded them on the hind leg. You're getting them bouncing, bouncing, bouncing into the air. That flying change should be a release of the jump energy, and you should almost like catapult for a slingshot jump through the air. So you want that to feel if his body's pressurizing right. You look at the flying change as proof to that at this stage. Good. Diagonal again. Nice. Hold back on the side leg. Put those strong half balls in. That's the fine. Good. I think the mistake is not a big deal. I like when you put in that strong in the half ball. It just says by the hind leg that much stronger. That hind leg wins down if the half ball was fucking. Love it. Good. No tipping down into that. Very good. Watch when you're ready. So I look at those and that, at this stage, and I know you do more sequences with the flying change. It's kind of like the shouldering in the beginning or the punch. And for me, I look at it and go, that part doesn't matter as much as if I go, okay, can you do a shouldering? Yes, I can. Can you do that? Yes, I can. Can you do a flying change? Yes. Can you do a force? Yeah, I can do. Obviously, you can do it if you're showing breathing shoulders and stuff, right? So the question then becomes, can I do it better? Which isn't, can I ride 5-4s right away with better jump than my flying changes? It's, can I first get a better jump with the counter? Then can I get it in one flying change? Then can I cut it the same way you learn the changes?
I'll stick my head up if I want to now.
It's not like you back it up for 3 years. Build it back up, and you just backtrack and go, okay, is my single change really working right? Now can I get 2, now can I get 3?
Yeah,
Kind of
it's
add
like a
back
huffing and
quality
puffing.
to it, right? But
He's in
it's
great
again,
shape,
like I
though.
look at that stuff and go, a clean flying change,
Super.
a clean set of 5 clean flying changes, horse is totally straight, changes are clean, no problem, count is perfect, you can still get a 5. Right? or even a 6, depends on the gun, depends on the balance of the body. And you kind of get credit into when you're touching, well, those were perfect. Why didn't I get 7 or 8? Because you have to look at the quality of the gait, right? The basis of that score is really then the quality of the gait. The movement's only so much. So what we're after with him in all the work, everything he does right now is about going, can I get within the work the quality of the gait improvement? So with those changes, what I want to see, which those were good changes to me, and if that's a normal change, great, they still can jump more. If that's a not normal change, that needs to become normal. That is that jumping. Then the next step is with the camera overall, just starting to shift the balance. To get his pole even higher, to get the trajectory of his body more uphill, and to get the flying change, half pass, whatever it is, still need to jump more of that. So kind of all of that for today is just to kind of say that's the basic idea of what we're going to challenge. Well, tomorrow,
She gets stronger, she can be quicker.
a little bit more with some of the movements and stuff with that incorporation. But first, just to kind of go, I don't want to do a million movements because I already know I can do them. I want to go, can we get a little bit involved with the gait quality? Can we start to manipulate that so when we do start to get into the movements a little bit more, we can talk about the gait quality, how it gets better, where that's
Need some bottled water here somewhere.
yeah. And it's funny because one like him, I mean, you do want to be thinking about getting a score out, or not that you have to go to a million more shows as you want. But if you look at where the score gets higher, it's also correctly so in the improvement of the way it works right now. It's what he needs, right? A better hind-leg balance, more uphill, more off the ground in the top, more flow, more activity, more jumps in the camera, all of those things. So for him right now, they completely unite or line up. That a higher score improvement is going to equate to a better quality underneath you, which should be the key thing, right? With him. Good. I'll make sense. Yeah. Good. A lot of theory with it, but for one like him, it's good to have that at this stage because you're kind of doing everything and you don't need to learn how to ride shoulder. You need for flying things. You have to learn about the components that make the quality of it.
Yeah, there's more theory. They know how to use that.